Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to part 8 of our WordPress website building tutorial for your company. And a lot of this really is based around Themify, and like I said, kind of building this as if we were building it for a customer. I've been back and forth about really the effectiveness of this as far as building for a customer, or as if we're just kind of focusing on Themify, because it's kind of been turning into more of a Themify tutorial series, but I'll try to keep it as close to I can as actually building this for a company, or the most effective way. So today I'm just going to focus on a couple things. I'm going to pull up a sketchpad. As you can see, I kind of changed this a little. I actually turned this into a notification. I was just kind of playing around with some stuff to kind of give you guys an example, and I was going to kind of show it, but this isn't really what I want, and also I'm not really too happy with these links. I just kind of wanted to make them stand out a little more because they're pretty buried in the background image. Alright, anyway, back over here on Sketchpad, I just wanted to sketch up a quick website real quick. And for people who don't know, oh boy, that's a weird bottom, but that's alright. Alright, so for people who don't know, let's just make up a quick sketch of kind of what our site looks like. We have our logo here, and then we have a top slider here, and then we have some information, but that's kind of below. Alright, so a lot of times when people are teaching, they just assume that whoever they're teaching automatically knows all the phrases and everything. And in this particular case, I kind of just wanted to stop real quick and say, all right, there's a section of a website that's called above the fold, okay? For business websites, this is very important, especially landing pages and advertising pages. Above the fold means everything that when a user visits your site that's above, they don't have to scroll, okay? Because a lot of users, you don't have very much time. I mean, think about when you're on a smartphone, or like when you visit a website yourself. How long are you there before you decide, this isn't for me, right? We're like mayflies. We go to a site, and literally 1.5 milliseconds after the site opens, we're like, this isn't for us. And we don't read or look at anything. We're just like, bye. And then we just go somewhere else. Okay? We're all guilty of this. And unless something really catches us, or if we're really searching out that particular website, so in this case, above the fold is where you want to do something to capture the person coming into the business website in order to maximize the user staying. And there's a lot of ways this can be done. Just real quick to start, for example, sliders are visually appealing. Don't hit them with a huge form. Like if you need information from them, try to keep it real short on a first step and then take them to another step. Stuff like that. And if you were tracking Google Analytics on like this site right here, for example, and say that a lot of people coming into this site were like a flower, like wedding flowers, that's what they were looking for, we would probably want to tailor this top experience for more towards wedding flowers. You don't want to disinclude everybody else. But if you found that, say, like 85% of your people coming into your site were like wedding flowers, that's they're hunting for, you may want to mention it somewhere up here, or be like, check out our specials on wedding flowers, or like check out our pictures from our recent wedding bouquets, or whatever, like kind of get it in there and show them. This works the same for anything else, like real estate listings. Say that most people were looking for land, you could say, particularly check out how we specialize in land. You could say, if you're looking for a wedding, are you here for a wedding, or are you here for wedding bouquets? Check out our wedding bouquet specials. Then it'd be like a call to action to head to your wedding bouquet specials, something like that. These are just a few ideas, but above the fold is very important for making sure that that's the information we want the user to see, and that's what we are trying to show them. So in this particular case, like I said, this is just like a placeholder. I did that just showing myself a little bit. I was kind of playing around with all the different settings. Themify, I know all of them very well, but I was trying to figure out how I wanted to show them in this series. That's why you see some stuff a little different. Because on this main page, we actually have some issues. I'm just going to kind of make this one quick today. I want to get rid of some stuff we're not going to use, and then just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about what we just talked about. So like build your site now, we're going to get rid of this section. And the map section that had an error, I'm actually going to get rid of that too. Alright, this is already going to look more manageable. And there's not really a lot on here, I understand that. And also the color scheme, I'm going to try to stick to the color scheme. Alright, so what we'd have to do is we'd have to determine, alright, above our fold, or what information do we want on our home page? Do we want to link these off to other pages, or do we want them to be in-page links? Well, if you want them to be in-page anchors inside of Themify, that's actually not a very hard thing to do. So let's say that when a user clicks portfolio, we want to scroll to portfolio. I don't think it already does that by default. I think it goes to a portfolio page, right, because we made it do that. But let's say that we wanted it to scroll. Oh yeah, it didn't save it and exit it when I got rid of those sections. Like a complete idiot. And actually, I'm going to get rid of this little box here too because I don't want it. And I was actually going to show you guys in the blocks section. I'll show you that here in a second once we get rid of those sections again, and then I show you in-page anchors. Oh, I guess maybe I did get rid of them, huh? I also kind of want to get rid of this right here because I want to remake our contact section. All right, now it's looking a little more basic, getting rid of all that broken stuff. All right, so say that we wanted the portfolio to scroll down to like this section right here. Under the purple row options, you actually have a row anchor, and inside of HTML, the row anchor is what allows a page to scroll to that section instead of go to a new page. So let's just call this portfolio. Sounds like a place you store a boat. All right, there we go. All right, so now in our row options, under this one, we have, dang it, that's really strange. I don't wonder why it disappeared. We have portfolio, and we're going to want to save that. All right, so if we exit our page, or if we exit the builder, and then we come back into the builder, should have portfolio under that item right here. Huh, that's weird. All right, well, let's go ahead and do it in the back end. I know it will save in the back end. I'm wondering why it's not saving in the front end, but I can fix it back here. All right, so down here in our Themify builder, we have that section, who we are. Let's just do that section right here, the who we are section. The same thing applies here, row options, and we're gonna say portfolio. Oh, there it is, it saved it now. It wanted me to hit enter on it before exiting, so that was my problem. As I wasn't hitting save on it. I'm sure it would work on the front end now too. For some reason, when you leave it, it doesn't save it. So in this case, we would say portfolio and then hit enter. Okay, now see this little purple in the upper corner? That's what I was waiting for in the front end, but I had to hit enter on the settings. So we can go back to the front end and change it. Okay, so let's hit view page. All right, so back on the front end here, that section that we saved here, who our clients are, we just did that there. But as you notice, portfolio actually goes to portfolio page. We can edit that from our menu section if we go to menus under our appearance. And then make sure you select the correct menu. Sometimes you have multiple menus from this drop down. You want your main menu navigation in your top. You have portfolio, and instead of it going to the page portfolio, see how it says page? Instead of that, what we're actually going to do is get rid of this item by removing it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to say a custom link, and we're going to have it as an in-page URL. And to do that, you do a £, and then you say portfolio, and then you're going to say portfolio. And that hashtag sign lets it know to go to that in-page anchor that we created on the item, on the that purple section that I showed you in the row anchor. Okay. So you actually see as we're there, look at the URL up here as I scroll past portfolio. See that? Because it knows we're at the portfolio section. All right, and if we're at the top and we click portfolio, look what it does. Okay, and now we can do that in this page as we want. So we could create a blog that actually goes off to a blog, or we could create in-page anchors, and that's really at your discretion. We might do in-page anchors. I know before I said we might create individual pages. I'm not really sure. A lot of sites these days are going to the one page. The only problem with the one page is that it doesn't allow your SEO to be super good for, like, if you're trying to SEO your local portfolio, your local about us, your local blog. I mean, your blog will always be its own page. You'd want it to be, but yeah, all your stuff, if it's all on one page, it doesn't. I mean, I guess I don't have any proof that it harms your SEO, but I know from my own history, you don't have multiple pages being SEO'd, you only have the one, so it's a consideration to be made. But that's an in-page anchor. Anyway, and so in this top section, what we really have to think about is how we want to lay this out and how we would want the users to actually interact with this top section of our site. Do we want it to be an email sign up? Do we want it to be, and that's what I said, it really depends, right? A lot of other sites we went out and we researched, their header had nothing. It just immediately started showcasing flowers, which we could do that too. We could actually have a product slider right here as well that just showcases our big product packages or like current specials or stuff like that, which would be cool too. And then have all these in-page anchors for like contacting and our map and all that stuff. And I'm still kind of trying to figure out what direction I want to go with it. I'm thinking that maybe at the top we might leave it just saying like check out our specials, and then maybe what we'll do is we'll create a specials section down here, or maybe its own page that showcases our current specials, and then people like wedding packages or like packages for, you know, it would have been 4th of July not long ago, or whatever events, birthdays, or like for significant other or whatnot. But I know that in a flower shop site, what you would want to do is you definitely probably want to showcase specials, probably on the left in this case, or on the right, doesn't matter. And then one of them would be check out our customer reviews or our bouquets. Maybe you'd even have pictures of bouquets with customer reviews scrolling right here, because as we know, real customer reviews are like gold, right? Because whenever you think about buying a product, what's the first thing you do? You probably go to Google and you type in XYZ product reviews, and you read all the Google reviews, Amazon reviews, everything you can basically find, YouTube videos. That's what most people do when they're looking for a product or if a service is good or not. So that's probably what we will do. I'll probably focus on putting something over here and something over here. And this video series is just going to try to keep it short, 10-minute videos at a time. This one's already past our mark. And I'm just going to try to keep them really informational. So in this one, I try to give a bunch of information about above the fold and doing some in-page anchoring, and then we just quickly got rid of some sections we're not going to use, try to clean up this site a little bit. I really am not a huge fan of the color scheme, actually. I'm probably going to drastically change it. I don't really like it all that much. I'm not even just really sold on this video of this flower, really. I'm kind of considering changing that too. We'll see. That's going to wrap us up in this part. I just want to keep it really short, and in the next one we're going to keep it really short too. We're probably going to build this upper section and try to make it look a little better, and then probably clean up this menu and maybe even make a simple logo like a flower website logo, just to get rid of that agency, because I really want to make this as if we were building this for a customer. We're getting paid, like I said, $1,700, and we're putting together something really nice that a customer would be proud of, that they'd be proud to own. So that wraps us up, I believe, part 8. Like, subscribe, comment. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next part.